Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. So on the bottom left side as a red Knights Templar, got Wam01. So on the right side as the blue Mongols, got VortiX. There are of course these merchant camps here which could be obtained for a bit of extra resource generation. But also this map, the more I look at it, the more I don't like. The rush distance is very close. Right now, both the gold deposits on the close side as well. Looks like blue is not going to be any aggression. Never mind, we got the barracks going on up now. Spearman rush possible. He can bring in extra villagers to help him out of the gold deposit. Of course, it is Knights Templar, so pilgrims can get him gold. Additionally, it looks like 4 of the relics spawned right here. I don't know if that's normal. And last one just up here on the Mongol side of the map. Additionally, there are eventually Ronin available here. Kingdom France now being researched by the Knights Templars, which will give him a gold reduction cost on his military units, as well as make them train 25% faster. And looks like a bit of stone there. I wonder if he's trying to go for an early fortress. It'll cost 900 stone, right? Or 600 stone, so it's not... It is expensive. There's age up, going for the safe passes. Oh yeah, you don't get access to pilgrims to age 2. Mongol players now aging up. Deer stones. Guess. Oh yeah, he went for barracks. But he has. Ah, that's where the spearmen were. They're already on intercept path to the pilgrims, and the pilgrim upgrade was what, 300 resources. It was decently expensive, and now also the Mongol players, both of these merchant camps, providing an additional 30 of all resources every minute, which is effectively 2 additional income. A Mongol player has a good number of sheep there. Going for a stable. Villagers back off the stone deposit. Looks is unable to get a fortress. He only has half the amount of stone for his fortress. Pilgrims being employed in the field. We do have now Archer on the field as well. The Pilgrim does have 75 health. Mongol players now aged up, going for probably a ×2 Keshik. Nope, it's just a single Keshik. Not enough stone for ×2 Keshik. And looks like the pilgrims have gone down. So far it's got no gold from those pilgrims. Sound like he's building something. Town center, that's what he's building. So it wasn't a fortress he was trying to build, he was just trying to build a standard old town center. Got it. That's my mistake, getting those two mixed up. I assume with the extremely short rush distance, we may see an early fortress here at the choke point. Cash can now deploy in the field. We are now being researched by the Mongols. Pilgrims keep on going down, very nice. The spearmen also coming down south to support him. Going for some basic spearmen right now. Watch go for a raid. Does get a little bit of damage there, so if it does delete its own structure, it will not give any raid bounty. Looks like the radius was reaching out much farther than anticipated. We got a single spearman there. Does get one regular stab there. The Khan quick goes on down to the town side arrows. Very good micro there. Regular archers there, trying to get a bit of raid bounty. Does get the raid bounty there. Give him 50 resources. Mongol player is pretty close to aging up. And the Knights Templar has not gotten any additional gold to his name. We got the deer being obtained. Spearman trying to scare the deer into his town center. And since he has not collected any more gold, he doesn't even have the resources, the gold for a hardened spearman upgrade. Excuse me, hardened spearman upgrade. Which only costs 35 gold. Excuse me. Pilgrims still being intercepted by the Mongols. It's sort of nice seeing the Mongols are able to establish more field presence. It's probably because the Knights Templar relying on these pilgrims give the Mongols more valuable raid targets than trying to spend an eternity to destroy one building for 50 resources. Some of these guys took a bit of damage there. Got a decent number of Keshiks on the field. And the Mongol player almost had enough resources to age up. I think he should just eye for an age up at this point in time. Villagers are migrating somewhere. Maybe step redoubt would be nice. I think he's going to build a step redoubt over here. Step redoubt's being built right there. And these leftover spearmen are just adequate enough to take out these pilgrims. And with these walls there, it does allow the sketches to get a bit of health regen going. It can also be very nice as a Mongol player to get those relics, because it is with Tideborn able to get access to some extra stone income. As much as I'm a big fan, also the Cognate, actually, I'm trying to think what's better for the Mongol player in Age 4. Cognate Palace or the White Stupa. Cognate Palace could give Hui Hui Pals. That could give a win condition for the Mongol player to get Hui Hui Pals to siege down this town's the capital. Because I'm pretty since Hui Hui Pals has the longest range of all the siege weapons, it could actually reach the capital from the low ground. Pilgrims get engaged by the spearmen once again. The Mongol player could eye for some Ronin. I mean, capture the point there. Some Ronin deal with the pilgrims is one way. Of course, White Stupa could allow the Mongol player to really get defenses to lock down the choke point as well. So I see both of the Age 4 landmarks being pretty useful for the Mongols. Got a good number of spearmen and archers here. Nothing special about these guys. I don't think there can be anything special about them. Yep. Nice Templar. Needs more resources. We're getting pretty close on the age up. Veteran archers being pulled in the field. Very nice. And also going for Khan's Hunter to help out the veteran archers. Increase the range. Single archer gets thrown away. And gave Empire. I'm not familiar with that one. Forces and docks get plus 30% health. How many options do they have for the age ups? Of course, this doesn't also give me an indication what the unique unit they can get from it. Pilgrim going for, looks like the northern one. The Pilgrim should go down the Spearman. There's the age up. Let's see now. We got a unique infantry unit. We got the heavy spearman. It's a heavy melee infantry, not a light infantry unit. Heavy infantry unit expected against mounted units, so it looks like it's just a beefed up spearman, which is probably gonna be pretty good versus the Mongols. And since it's heavy, archers won't do bonus damage against it. However, crossbowmen will. I wonder how its armor is like. Let's see, there's a heavy spearman. Has 4/4 armor, which is common for men at arms this age. 11 plus 25 plus 5 versus elephants. Its health is 140. Hardened spearman. Oh, that's the Mongols. Here we go, heavy spearman. Costs looks like 70, 100, or 70, 30. So it's cheaper than men arms as well. Got spring gold upgraded deployment by the Knights Templar, which I'm pretty sure that's still not a counter siege unit. So I'm not sure why he's going for the crossbow spring gold. No, let's see, cancel the spring gold. Khan's Hunters right now have a range of 5.75, similar to if he was be fighting next to a fortress. But I've seen those heavy spearmen. The Mongol player needs to start pulling out crossbowmen, which should be also affected by the Khan's Hunter as well. Some of the Khan's Hunters are getting hit there. And I suppose that they're already getting pretty close there. Doesn't have to focus them down. Keshik's coming for a pretty sizable charge. Does use the fence arrow, gaining +2/+2. It's not going to go great. Find the heavy spearman is just a pretty good item right now. They have armor resist archers and the firepower to deal with the mounted. So yeah, heavy spearmen should be particularly used for it. Now the Mongol player needs to stop building archers, and must go for crossbowmen. Though he is doing a good job of focus firing, that's for sure. Does have +2 damage. These guys only have +1 range armor at the moment. Got an archer research on the way from Knights Templars. I suppose throw enough arrows on anything, it will eventually go down. I haven't seen any improved research just yet. Going for lumber preservation now. Got some farms going on up. These economic research is still utterly ordinary. Taking a lot of damage. Plus 2 range armor now being researched. Got a nice mangonel here. Do now the defense arrow now being utilized here, giving him some good resistance, but has expired because whistling arrow is not researched. Maginot took only 2 points of damage there. Now I got a crossbow being pulled out by the Mongols. May want to get out some more Khan's hunters. One pilgrim may escape on through. Got 2 spearmen here. Local doggo to help him out. Maginot rolls miss there. Up north, we do have local doggo, the man's head pass from the shaman. And looks like blue has claimed 4 out of 5 relics. The last relic is up here. Pilgrims cannot capture merchant camps. So it looks like they have no capture capability, which I'm perfectly fine with. One thing it could be a interesting change for the pilgrims is the pilgrim instantly converts a sacred site if they get to it and deposit themselves for no gold income, and then when they go to a sacred site that's already captured, then they provide the gold deposits. Just an idea. Could be interesting. I have no idea how balanced or imbalanced that would be. Fortress now being deployed on the field. Very nice. Got quadruple Maginots. Hits the heavy spearman quite hard. He needs spring galls versus heavy spearman. Does use defense area there. Gives +2/+2. Does take out counter barrage the Maginot there, but the heavy spearman causing issues. Crossbowman firing away. I so love the fact that they sped up the animation of the crossbowmen, so they have played their full animation. Oh, we got improved siege engineers, so field deploying traction trebuchets, the cheaper trebuchet, but improved siege engineers still allows you to deploy it on the field. Very nice. And of course, got the circle dance to summon it. Couple Kesheks there. Traction trebuchets firing away. All 6 sites have been captured by the Mongols. Many traction trebuchets being summoned by the Mongol player. The Mongol player has consumed his gold reserve, mostly through blowing out siege weapons. Go for a large number of archers because he has resources for it. Oh, if you have the resources to put some mass in the field, it's not a bad idea. Villagers migrating up north to over here. Does have a Keshik in the region. Got archers here. Oh, I wasn't paying close enough attention here. Nor was blue. The short rush distance allowed the heavy spearman to go towards his opponent's town center. Not bring up siege. Maybe got to task the crossbowman back home. He does have man-arms here. Man-arms will beat the heavy spearman. They have 155 health and 12 base damage as opposed to 11 base damage, actually pretty high. 140 health. No, they're not too terribly weak versus man-at-arms. Yeah, man-at-arms only have a slight advantage. Not really worth plus 20 resources. So overall, heavy spearmen I think are much more economical than man-at-arms. Do not have a keep being established here. Shaman's already on the top of the sacred site. Blue's just having trouble with all these heavy spearmen. Defense arrows utilized. Takes up the fortress there. Landmark victory 1 out of 3. Not like you can rebuild that. That's probably should be adjusted. Veteran horsemen now deploy on the field. Local doggo demands head pats. Gold deposit up here being collected on up with the nearby fortress nearby. The 6 site being decaptured as well, giving the Knights Templar player a bit more breathing room. Villagers, shrinking villagers. Got 8 outposts being established here. 1 6 site has been decaptured. Now here comes the horsemen. Villagers are idle, far from enough pastures. We got 6 pastures here, which can support a little bit more than 12 villagers. Man arms will do just fine deal with the horsemen. Blue's now push way forward, trying to crash siege down the capital. Horsemen in the region. Ooh, some of these trebuchets march pretty far forward. Of course, with this fortress here, it does prevent the annihilation victory. But if you're losing your entire town, center is a good way to lose, effectively force opponent out of the game nonetheless. Got a defense arrow there, very nice. Spring Gull's firing away. Blue's trying to break into it. Does dodge a Mangonel shot there, very nice. Traction Trebuchet is engaging the town center, the capital. Does have 8,000 health at the moment. A little more than standard capital. Right now, Blue has 63 villagers versus Red's 95. Horseman comes for a flank there. Does take out one of the traction trebuchets. The other one's taking some damage. Other traction trebuchet has gone down. Mangonels can still be used against these, the capital. It's good hits there on the Spring Golds with the Mangonels. Destroy some of the farms underneath, also getting some braid bounties because of that. I wonder if he has any oval upgrades. Yeah, worry about it later. Seriously, no oval upgrades. Capital will live with half its health remaining. Got some villagers trying to pull out some outposts here. Probably should get something to deal with that fortress, though may have not seen the fortress itself just yet. 4 Mangonels, 4 trebuchets being put on the field. Traction trebuchets. The Mongol player has plenty of gold. Need some other resources. Only maintain minimal wood income from the merchant camps. Gets all the heavy spearmen. It's probably good to go for his own Spring Golds. Double Spring Gold place being pulled up by Blue. He actually has 1,000 stone as well. Axe? Oh no, that needs age for it. Townsite has not been repaired on up. Traction trebuchet is firing away. Always notice the flags. Capital taking some fire. Man-at-arms engaging these villagers. Able to find a couple of them. Losing the capital won't be game over, of course. Couple more heavy units which are on the flank. I heard an arrow there. There's another defense arrow. I'm not sure the Khan's at the moment. I think the Khan may have been a bit too far away. Maganello's trying to hit the spring galls. Get some good damage there. Insufficient wood. Just need to take out this fortress. And we've got another fortress being established here. We've got a number of villagers trying to shank them though. Man-at-arms and spearmen there. A couple of these guys here as well. Fortress will be complete. These villagers need to get on out of there. Separate out could go up north as well. Of course, torching all this infrastructure here will give the Mongols a bit of extra income going. Got this secondary town center getting set ablaze. And again. Something doesn't seem right about those arrows. The arrow attack speed, I think, got greatly buffed for the keep. I don't know. Something felt like it was doing a bit more damage than normal. Tracking trebuchets engaging everything. Villagers are evacuating the farms. And Red does back the game now. This is Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on the next replay.